Good morning. I want to welcome everyone to join us today. We have a number of individuals who are here with us today to talk about the simple reality of the cost of housing in San Diego. It is ridiculous. Everyone out there who's trying to find a place to live knows how incredibly difficult it can be. And the simple reality is people who work full time ought not struggle to be able to put a roof over their head. And as a county, we're going to continue to take action. As the cost of homes continue to go up, we're going to continue to fight to bring them down. We're also going to simultaneously fight to try to make sure people get paid better, to make sure they get paid fairly. We not only need to keep the cost of housing down, we need to drive the cost of wages up, fighting for good jobs in San Diego County. And we are going to do both of these things at the same time. It requires us to do things and look for opportunities in slightly different ways. And today I'm thrilled to be joining my colleague, Supervisor Lawson Remer, along with the San Diego Foundation and a whole bunch of partners you see aligned behind us to take action that we believe can help and make a difference. At the county, we've been a real leader in taking county-owned land like you see behind us, government-owned land, which is owned by the public. It's the taxpayers who own that land. And when we look at what are some of the biggest challenges facing us, we know the lack of affordable quality housing is one of those. The lack of housing that working class folks can get into and put their family into is a problem. And so when you take publicly owned land, you can convert it into affordable housing at much greater scale and much faster. At the County of San Diego, we have almost 1,000 units of affordable housing under construction on county-owned land right now. As chair of MTS, we have been leading and working the same way to try and take MTS-owned land, often adjacent to trolley stops or bus stops, and convert that into housing. We have almost 400 units being built on MTS land as well, and we want to take the lessons learned from what the county has done and what MTS has done and take them to scale. And so we're here today with the San Diego Foundation announcing our goal to convene all of the governing bodies in San Diego County, all 18 cities together, to bring resources and say, hey, let's take what we've seen successfully works and build affordable housing on government-owned land throughout San Diego County. Our goal is ambitious. We would like to master plan and build 10,000 units of affordable housing. Not 112 here and 14 there and 22 here. We want to do 10,000 units. But an ambitious goal needs ambitious partners. And that's where the San Diego Foundation comes in. They've pledged $10 million of philanthropic dollars to help support this effort with the aim and intention of goal of pursuing another $90 million in donations. This is funding that can help convene folks, pay for experts, work on financing, provide bridge loans, do any of the various things we need to try and get these projects to pencil out. And so I am incredibly grateful to the San Diego Foundation who's here. Incredibly grateful for Supervisor Lawson Remer, who has tremendous experience on housing issues, has been a real leader at Sandag and on the Board of Supervisors. And we're all here to convene and figure out how we can move forward and do good. The property that we're standing in front of right here is county-owned land. It's been leased to Wakeland and the San Diego Kind Corporation, who are here with us today. I want to thank Wakeland. I want to thank the Kind Corporation. And this behind us is going to be converted into 126 affordable housing units for our seniors. We will be breaking ground on this project later this month. And again, a special thank you to the representatives who are here with us. Our efforts are also made easier due to the efforts of state leaders like President Pro Tem of the Senate, Tony Atkins, who are providing support for us in passing legislation, vital legislation, to help make our jobs easier. And we will continue to fight and lead in each of these areas. But the government land action strategy, which is what we're calling our goal, to go out and find land across San Diego County, to site and build affordable housing on it, can be a catalyst for not only home construction, but good jobs and putting people to work here. And we're excited about the potential and the opportunity in front of us. I also appreciate that our board fully joined in support of this effort. And so the county is now fully aligned with the San Diego Foundation with the goal, again, of being a partner, convening all of the entities across our county and figuring out collaboratively how we can build more homes. Final thing I'll say in this is no one thinks about what jurisdiction you're trying to buy a home to take care of your family, and you just want it to be near where you work. You want it to be near where you go to school. You know, people shouldn't have to drive an hour and a half to get to work. They ought to be able to live in the neighborhood. They ought to be able to work. They ought to be able to spend time with their families and their kids, and we need more quality, affordable housing all across San Diego County, and this effort will help. With that, I'd like to introduce my colleague, my joint partner in this endeavor, Supervisor Lawson Remer. She's got a lot of housing policies she's working on. She's instrumental in Senate Bill 1105 that is moving forward in the state legislature and has been a real leader, and I'm honored to have her support in this effort. Supervisor Lawson Remer.
Thank you, Chair Fletcher. It's really a pleasure to partner with you on our housing efforts at the county. It's an honor also to work with the San Diego Foundation and its staff and its CEO, Mark Stewart, to propose this transformational initiative. The plan is simple. We're using public land for the public good. And right now, the greatest public good, the greatest public need, is building homes that people can afford. Homes are expensive in San Diego County because land is expensive in San Diego County. Studies show that land prices are more than 15% of the cost of home construction. So if we can use public land to build homes, we reduce costs. And taking the cost of land out of the equation can be the difference to allow affordable homes to get built. As Chair Fletcher said, the county has already identified several pieces of county-owned land, including where we are standing today. And we will keep doing more. This partnership with the San Diego Foundation is going to help us convene all the region's cities and public agencies and identify as many vacant land parcels as possible where homes can be built quickly, so we can tackle our housing crisis with greater speed and at a lower cost. We're working together to find the best places to construct homes, places that are close to jobs, schools, and transit, so people don't spend hours stuck in traffic away from their families and also contributing to climate change. We're coming together to help raise $100 million with the San Diego Foundation to finance this effort. Let's put this all in perspective. Our region is about 90,000 homes short today, and we need to build another 90,000 homes or so by the end of the decade just to keep up with population and job growth. This initiative is helping us get back on track. So we are coming together today to announce this project to build affordable homes and create strong and resilient communities. Thank you.
Thank you, Supervisor Lawson Remer, and appreciate all of your work and your effort. Our next speaker is Mark Stewart. He's the president and CEO of the San Diego Foundation. And I just want to say again, the San Diego Foundation has stepped up every time we have needed them. Many of you will remember at the outset of COVID and the height of the pandemic, when we didn't have funding to provide help and support, we asked the foundation to help us be able to provide funds for communities that were struggling, folks who didn't have money to put food on the table and take care of their families. San Diego Foundation stepped up in a big way. And every time we've asked them to help since then, whether it was Wi-Fi or childcare, it doesn't matter. The answer is always yes. If it helps our region, we're there, and we appreciate the foundation. So it seemed appropriate when we had one of the biggest challenges around the affordability of housing that they would step up. They have some experience. They helped us with our Black Homebuyer program, helping to get our African American families into the promise of owning their own home. And that program has been a great success, and we appreciate it. We are grateful to have their partnership here as the Government Land Action Strategy. And again, they not just show up with their time, they bring their checkbook. And to have our philanthropic community say, hey, we're going to give you $10 million to start, and then we're going to go get another $90 million. Hey, I like that, and I think that's a good deal, and everyone in San Diego ought to appreciate the public-private partnership of government and nonprofits. So Mark, we appreciate you being here, and we appreciate everything the Foundation's been doing. Thank you.
Thank you. Good morning. I'm Mark Stewart, President and CEO of the San Diego Foundation, where we have a vision for just, equitable, and resilient communities. And I'm so pleased to be here today representing the Foundation with local leaders to publicly announce our commitment to help expand affordable and workforce housing throughout the region. Just as a great coalition of businesses, government, and philanthropic leaders came together to deliver support and aid to our fellow residents and neighbors during the depth of the COVID-19 pandemic, so too we face a pervasive epidemic that challenges the quality of life for every single person who lives here in our region. And that is home affordability and access. The negative impacts to our economy and to our health cannot be overstated due to this crisis. That's why the San Diego Foundation's Board of Governors recently committed $10 million, our largest single grant in organizational history, to partner with the County of San Diego to launch a massive housing impact fund. The fund will invest in new construction, rehabilitation projects, and land for the purpose of housing more San Diegans than we do today. This permanent revolving fund will leverage public, private, and philanthropic dollars to accelerate the production and preservation of housing, as well as create equitable, sustainable, community-focused housing. Through our collective efforts, we hope to raise, and why don't we say at least, we hope to raise at least $100 million, and we look forward to working with all partners who are committed to housing solutions in San Diego. The lack of housing affordability and access requires a multi-pronged effort, one that the Foundation is also addressing through existing programs such as our San Diego Black Homeowners Program and impact investing, as well as our $1 million commitment to the Bridge Deck Affordable Housing Development in City Heights. We are going to continue this work in partnership with local and state business, corporate, government, and philanthropic leaders to ensure that every San Diegan has the opportunity to thrive, prosper, and feel like they belong right here. Thank you very much.
So again, we are moving forward on our effort to create a government land action strategy. Goal is simple: 10,000 units of quality affordable housing on government-owned land, public-owned land across San Diego County. The land behind us is an example of what we know we can do, because we've seen it happen. Almost 1,000 units underway on county-owned land. Now let's take that to scale